Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name's James and today we're doing a N-gauge train set review. This one being my somewhat familiar Seaside Excursion train set. And the reason why it's familiar is because if you looked at my introduction to N-gauge videos, this is the train set which I've used. And it is actually a locomotive which I have featured on my channel before, and it came from this set. And yeah, I've only just got round to doing a review of it. I actually had to pack everything back into the box so I can take it back out of the box and show you all about it, and also change my 4F back to DC just so you can see what it is, what it's like when it comes out of the box. Anyway, this is the Railworks Seaside Excursion kit, and it's got a very lovely picture, hasn't it? And let's get the product code out of the way first, because that's probably important. And the product code for this set is 370180, the Seaside Excursion N-scale train set. And it's not a train pack, it's a train set, as it actually comes with everything you need to start off your own train layout. Which is basically, it's got an overall track, it's basically, the size of it is 475 millimeters one way and 645 millimeters the other way. So it's a decent size overall track. And also it comes with a locomotive with the LMS 4F in BR black, two Mark 1 coaches in maroon. One of them is a second open and the other one is a brake composite corridor, if anybody's actually interested. But yes, let's have a look on the outside first. And like I said, it's got a very lovely presentable picture to draw you in to see, oh, this is a very nice train set. I might enjoy this one. It tells you about the contents of what you've got inside, which is the locomotive, two coaches, overall track, transformer and controller. Has a diagram of the overall track, just to show you what it should look like and the sizes. And it has a diagram, well, a slight diagram of the train and its two coaches, and it does tell you that it is DCC6 compatible, because this is a DC train set, not a DCC train set, so it only runs on the normal Bachmann controller. And I'm running out of breath. Anyway, on the sides you get, on this side you just get the Seaside Excursion name, just to let you know what it is. On the two long sides, as it's exactly the same, it tells you contents, diagram of the track, and also diagram of the train. And on this side, you know what it is anyway, because I showed you earlier. And it has Bachmann's address. I've posted them before just to get more bits. And on the back, you have just information about, that a train set is the ideal way to start off your N-scale railway modelling collection. And goes on a bit more about that there. There's also says it's an authentically detailed model from Bachmann. This is basically let you know all the other bits. It's 16 volts, inside only, don't throw in the bin. And also saying where it's made and all that lot. Over here it shows you about the Bachmann Collectors Club if you want to join. I have joined it myself, and I do get a few things every so often. Mostly magazines telling me what else I have to buy. At the bottom you also get this very lovely picture of a, I think that is a, well, no, that one's a class 101. I think that's a LNER J94, I think. I might be a bit wrong. With a train there and also some more coaches there. Looking very picturesque layout. And in the middle it tells you about the Railworks N-scale accessories, which is basically more track, curved track, points which we don't have in this train set, couplings, longer or shorter, platforms, the sloped bits at that end, and the DCC 6 decoder, again, which you have to buy separately. Right, let's get the box unpin. Hopefully it comes off quite easily. Ooh, there we go. Right, and here we have the insides of the box. And we'll get all the boring stuff out of the way first, which is the, here it is, This is the Bachmann Collectors Club application form if you want to do that, and also if you want to send off the warranty and more about the warranty and all the other stuff, which we won't read because it's a bit boring. Right, and we have the exploded diagram of the 4F on this side, and on the other side we have the information about the actual locomotive itself. No, just, well, say locomotive, the model itself, just so you can run in, what it should run around, and also how to take care of it, which is actually quite important, so do read through that one. And then we come to two little booklets. We'll get onto this a little bit in a moment when I put that back there. Right, this booklet is basically a introductory guide of how to use your train set. Basically it tells you how to, well, safety, train set assembly, track assembly and all that other lot. It tells you about connecting power up on this side, and also if any younger modeler is using it, caution to parents and all that lot. And operations, basically twiddle the knob. That doesn't sound right. Anyway, and also operation a bit more continued over there, and also fault finding checklist, which is always good to have a read, and short circuits, as in don't make any short circuits, but keep anything metal off the track. And also running in, cleaning, lubrication and storage, and the customer guarantee once more. So I'll pop that over there. And also, as with in the train packs, you get a getting started engage leaflet, just to help you get a few ideas of what to do, extending your train set, extra pieces, choosing an era if you want to, and adding scenery, stuff like that. And I think this is also a poster. Yes, it is. And it's the same, but a bit more complete picture of what we had on the back of the box at the bottom. And that looks like a Deltic, so that's always quite nice. And it's a very nice picture. And on the back you have a bit more about using DCC, joining Collectors Club, trying to make sure you have well informed. Anyway, here is the contents on the inside of the box after getting rid of all that lot. Now we have 8 pieces, I think it's 8 pieces. Yes, 8 pieces of curved track. This is a first radius curve, if I'm correct. So we have 8 pieces of them. This is a double length curve, so 8 of these make up a whole oval, well, whole circle anyway. And we have 2 pieces of straight track underneath, 2 pieces of straight double length straights. Trying to remember all the names. We have the transformer here, which is a usual 3-pin UK controller. It's quite heavy, and that's also makes manoeuvring this thing quite difficult because this side's quite light and this side's quite heavy, so you think you get a bit uneven. You also have the track connector wire in here as well, and the track connectors themselves, which are 2 little clips which you clip onto the track. Right, I'll pop that back in here. You have the usual Bachmann speed controller. These are fairly robust, and this is like my normal one. So you got a nice click to let you know this is, it's off till there and all the way up, and speed direction. And there's only 2 connections on the back, which is you connect your track wire to there, to the track, and that's where you plug in the power adapter. Right, then we get to the actual models themselves. Over here we have the 2 coaches. Yes, I did have to pack them back in, and they look, I think my light's starting to die, so I have to be a bit quick. Here are 2 coaches. They are very well detailed. So I'll show them a bit more when we get up to the track, and you do actually have the detail packs in them as well, like you would normally get when you buy these separately, so you're not missing out on anything. So I'll pop them back in there. And here we have the most important bit, the locomotive itself, which is the LMS 4F, which is actually normally a goods locomotive, but it has pulled passenger coaches as well before. And it's a very reliable locomotive. No, I've had no issues with it, and it's extremely well detailed. I'll give you a quick view of it now, but I'll say a bit more in detail when I actually get round to reviewing this, which will be later this week. But yes, that's a very nice locomotive, isn't it? I have actually found out that there is actually detail on this where they've tried to model the what's it? Can't remember what it's called now. I'll work it out in a minute. It's an inside cylinder locomotive, so all the bits on the inside. I'll remember it when I get round to the review of the 4F. But anyway, and also this is the detail pack for the 4F itself, so that's it. And underneath you don't get anything else, because sometimes you do get extras in train sets and train packs which are left underneath it, so just making sure that's all out of the way. Anyway, that's all the basics for the train set, and yeah, I'm going to set this up upstairs in my attic because I've got a nice flat table, and yeah, it should look rather nice, and it'll also give me a chance to recharge my camera and also my light battery. So yes, I'll move this lot upstairs, and yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Right, here we are up in the attic, and I've got the train set all set up. However, I will have to point out a few things before we start off, and that is, well, first of all, it's a bit noisy up here because it's very windy outside, so yes, do excuse that, and also it's a bit echoey up here because there's not really much up here anymore because I've cleared it all out, so yeah, do excuse the sound. Another thing is that I did find out the track's a little bit wonky. I'm not too sure what caused it. It might be me, might be the previous owner, because this is a second-hand train set. So the 4F does try to derail itself, but it does luckily put itself back on before it falls off the tabletop. Anyway, let's get started. Here we have the train set all set up. We have the 4F, 2 coaches. Here's the controller, power adapter, power adapters over here, and as you can see, it's a rather nice sized layout, well, track. It gives you a lot of space to expand, if you had enough space anyway. If you had something like a, you probably just need about a 3 foot by 2 foot board, and you can do two tracks, some points between them, and also a nice expandable bit in the middle for something like a goods yard or something like that. But anyway, let's turn the power on. Let's get the 3F started. Not 3F, 4F. Don't know why I keep saying 3F. Yeah, it pulls itself back on. There we go. And yeah, it's a rather nice train set. Unfortunately, it doesn't have much in the way of things to start off with, because this train set is a bit of an old one, so it doesn't have the included point which they normally include now. So yeah, it's just a train and 2 coaches like they used to do. But yeah, the train's a good runner, the coaches are quite good as well, and I'm rather happy with it, apart from the wonky track. I'm keeping an eye on it, just so there we go. But yes, how much this train set costs? Well, as I said, this is a second-hand train set because it they don't actually make the Seaside Excursion set anymore, but it would have roughly cost about 100. Oop, behave. I'm actually probably going to stop it. There we go. It's had enough for now. But yeah, so this probably would have cost about £170 back in the day, because it's if you all add it all up, it's actually rather nice price for a train set. So nowadays the 4F will be about £100 for the latest ones which you can get, if that's released now. So that's about £100. Each of these coaches is about £30 each, so that's 160 there. I do know the controller and the power adapter is probably about another £40, so that's 200. So you're already above how much these cost. And the track itself, let's put that as a tenner, something like that. So if you get at the good price of £170, no, it's quite worth it. However, like I said, the only place you can get these is off second-hand or auction sites like eBay, and you could probably see the price going up to about £200, maybe a bit more, where it's not as worth it. But if it's at £200, it's basically as how much it should be, which is how much I got it for, and I'm quite happy with it. Because like I said, I've got this very lovely 4F, which is a unique number for the train set. And I think these coaches also have unique running numbers as well. However, I'm not entirely sure because I don't actually have a look at the running numbers for coaches. I just think, yeah, it's a coach, that'll do. But yeah, it's a rather nice train set to get yourself started with. So, and it does open things up for any possibilities which you may want. So first things first, you may want to add, you probably add a, well, not be able to get a running loop unless you want to run around loop, because it may be a bit small. But if you expand it, an extra double length track that way, then you'd have enough space to add a run round loop, or you can just simply add a second loop around it. And like I said, you can add a goods yard right in the middle. So yeah, I would, if you can get this at a good price, I would recommend it. If you see it anything above 200, I would pass on it, to be honest, and just build it yourself. Because yeah, it's probably a lot easier that way. Though I don't think the 4F is actually out at the moment. You might be able to still get it. I know that they have been trying to release a new version, which in both LMS, BR early and BR late, with slight differences on the tender, but yeah, and the coaches, you can get them quite easily actually, and the track you should be able to get quite easy as well. Don't know about the power adapter, that may actually be a bit more expensive than I thought. Oh well, anyway, I'm going to give it a nice little run round without it hopefully not falling off. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I thank you. And yeah, like I said, if you liked the video, feel free to comment, like and subscribe. If not, hope you enjoy your day anyway. And I'm going to get this all put away because it's rather noisy up here, and I have to probably make dinner in a minute. So thank you. Anyway, I'll see you again next time. Take care now. Bye bye.